back to Dad and Lad fishing. Today is Father's Day and we're back out on the beach. My dad's trying to catch one of his favourite species, a ray. And I'm fishing 2 rods today. 1 rod for rays, 1 rod for hounds. Using my favourite rods, the Air Powers. 1 rod's paired with a nitron and the other rod's paired with a Curo reel. And rigs I'm using are both pennel rigs. One's got a single loop Chinook snood and the other snood is 2 pennel.
So as Lewis said, back on the Mersey. It's Dad's day. He asked me what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go fishing. So we've come to try and get one of my favourite species, Thornback ray. We're fishing low water at the moment on the Wirral side. The plan is to fish low here, then back over to the Liverpool side to fish high. I think Lewis has gone over rigs and stuff. I'm just using straight bluey at the moment. We've got squid, but it's still a bit frozen, so I'll be putting some of that on in a bit. Keep looking up at my rods, expecting a bite. Not many down here today. There's another couple of fellas down there having a nice relaxing time, sitting down on some deck chairs. But hopefully bring you back when we've got a fish or two. Just a little update to where we are. We're about an hour in. Bait's coming back stripped by crabs. Oh, Lewis just brought his bait in there, changing. Not sure whether he went over what he was fishing for. I think he did, but he's got 1 rod out for a hound, the other one for a ray. I'm fishing 2 rods, both for rays. Get that sun out your eyes. I haven't fished 2 big rods for a while, so I normally, if I'm fishing 2, I usually fish 1 small, 1 big. Well, got boat rods out open for a ray today. Don't know how I'm feeling about fishing 2 rods. I think it's a bit more hectic than what I like. I think I prefer fishing the 1, you can concentrate more. But we'll see how we go. I'll go over the rigs and things when we get over the Liverpool side. When we're on the prom. And rods and me creeds. Nitron reels, as usual when I'm fishing with big baits. I think Lewis has just told you he's using his air sports that he loves. I think he's got 1 Nitron on him, 1 Curo. So now we said to show you the rigs over the other side, but we're changing our baits that much with them getting stripped. I thought I'd show you the bait now. So I've got a spare snood hanging up. Just got a swivel on the top, 40 pounds amnesia. Trio tamer on the bottom. And then a trio cocks and roll there, crabbu. Just simply putting a little slither of bluey. Tiny hook like that. Bait elastic, we can get hold of the ends, blowing away on me. Binds it on with some bait elastic. Fishing small baits today. I normally fish a little bit bigger than this when I'm fishing for rays, but I don't know why, no reason. my squid up that way. Well, sometimes I leave the head on today and taking it off. And then I'm just hooking through that way, leaving all the guts in of the squid and just turning the inside out. There, like that. Then bait elastic again, if I can get it. Bait elastic. Wrap it round. All the way up. So your bluey's inside the squid. Bring your other hook down. Oh, dropped it. Oh, bring your other hook down. Then a couple of wraps round. Hook through the top. Make sure your hook point's sticking out. There. I like one way, one the other. And then get that on and see if we can get a fish with it instead of some crabs. Not sure if you can pick this up on the camera, but there's absolutely loads of weed coming through the river. It's like a blanket on the top. Maybe we'll walk out a little bit. There's a bit of a drop off there, I'm not going down there. But let's see. Not sure how well that picks up, but it's right the way along. It's like just like a blanket on the top of the water.
So it's 9 o'clock now, it's low water, and there's a lot of weed coming through the river. It's quite hard battling through it, so nothing's happened so far, no fish have been caught. So I'm changing up a little bit. I'm changing to small hooks and smaller baits, using strips of heron and squid as we've got no worm, and I'm just hooking them on now.
Here we go, first fish of the day. Not our target, it's the usual robin dogfish, but saves the blank. I think Lewis has just said on the camera we're battling through a load of weeds, so we're battling through a load of weeds. So any fish is welcome at the minute, because I've snapped off about 3 times pulling weeds in. But we've got, I think, got about an hour or so left here, and then seeing if we get a bit more on the Liverpool side. Let's get them back in. Our Lewis's small hooks. First fish for him is a weaver. We stuck her in this little tub. Just they've got a spine on the back. See if it puts it up for you. Just any newbies, be careful, because these can sting you. So I'm gonna let them get it back in. So just a weaver and my dogfish. I think it just looks like a shadow from our Lewis's Bosch camera skills. Nice one, mate. But let's see if we can get a ray over the Liverpool side, eh? Go on, get him back in, mate. we're over on the Liverpool side now. It was just that doggy for me and the weaver for our Lewis. So we're over here to see if we can get the ray we're after. Little change. I was fishing 2 creeds over there, as I said. I'm not a big fan of fishing 2 big rods, so I've gone back to my air light. Gonna cast in close, small baits, and just a 1 for the rays. Find it a bit too like changing baits, keeping up, even when it's just crabs taking your baits, keeping up with the 2. I'd rather concentrate on the 1 for the big fish. So rigs I'm going for. You've probably seen this in my last video. I've got a Wessex rig, plain lead, small hooks for the creed, not on me creed, definitely not. For me air light. And then normally I fish up and over pulley for the rays, but I lost a few rigs on that weed, so I'm just fishing a normal pulley. I've had them on normal pulleys before, so it doesn't really make a difference. I'm going to get them baited up and get in anyway, because I'm not fishing on our Lewis's at the minute. So my rods are in now. We're on Jag House. Didn't mention the mark before, but it's quite tight here casting. Probably shoot a thick spool better, but we haven't got any anymore, so fished here quite a lot over the years. It's one of the marks I used to come to with Lewis when he was little all the time, because it's nice and safe, easy to get to. Well, we've only been in it 15 minutes or so. Let's go and see what our Lewis is up to. He's over here. You doing that?
Just making some bluey and squid wraps. Keeps falling out my hand because it's that slippery.
You doing me some?
Yeah.
Well in. Yeah. Let's hope they turn into a ray in a bit. Well, so fishing small baits now as well, see if we can pick anything up on the little rods. Still targeting the ray on the bigger rods, as I said. I'm not the biggest fan of fishing 2 big baits. I'd rather concentrate on the 1 big bait, and then if I want a second rod, just mess about with it in the edge or little baits, see if you can pick other things up. No weeds here now, so, and no one walking past at the minute. There's been loads of people walking past, I haven't been able to record. There's a few coming now, that way and that way, but the weeds cleared up, which is a good thing. Let's see if we can get one of our rays we're after. So, couldn't have been more wrong about the week being more clear over this side, could I? Probably seen by our little in-between footage, there's hundreds of people going up and down, so we haven't really recorded much. Not that there's been much to record. No fish. Luckily enough, I've got this bin right next to me to throw all this rubbish in what I'm bringing in. There's a lot of people down there fishing Brunswick. It's absolutely chocker down there with people fishing, but we always seem to walk away and get on our own a little bit, like, away from the crowds. Well, let's see if we can get a fish. If I get all this off and get it baited up again, bring you back when we get one.
So I've just changed my baits. We've got about an hour and a half till high. Usually it picks up a bit an hour before and a bit after high tide. So let's hopefully see if we can get that right. So my dad's got first fish on of this mark.
Drop back bite. It's the ray we're after, mate. Hold that rod. Hold the rod. You still recording it?
Yeah.
There's our target species. Nice little thornback. As you can see, drop net's essentially here. You have to get over and get it up. I don't know whether our Lewis recorded the whole thing, but we got him in. One of my favourite species in the river. I think our Lewis told you earlier on, but having a good dad's day so far, aren't I? Gonna get it back out there and see if I can get myself another one. Do you want me to get over? Right. I'll get it. Yeah. Right. You have a smile. Happy days, lad. Happy?
Yeah. So just had a ray on my air light. It's only small, but still a nice fish.
Good fish on the air, like mate.
Get it back and try and get another one.
So, little tab on the air light. It's only saying before, we prefer worm baits here for our small hooks. And our Lewis just had that ray, and then I've just had a little tab. So the fish baits are working for us. Made up for him getting that ray on the air light. It's the biggest fish he's caught on it so far. Good fight, and hope it shows on the camera me getting over the fence and netting it for him. But I'm having a good dad's day. We've got our target species. That's what I'm mainly happy about. Both of us caught, and let's get this little tab back in the water. We've got about half an hour till we finish now, so hopefully we pick up another ray or two.
So that's the end of our session. The rods are still out. We're just about to reel in. I think my dad enjoyed his Father's Day.
Yeah, it's always enjoyable being out on the river with me lad. Target species caught, so can't complain. Bit better on the second mark than the first, but we had a good day. Good laugh as always, and see you all next time.